Hello and welcome to CommunicAsia TV, brought to you by Total Telecom. I'm talking to Parimal Pandya of Akamai. Parimal, you've come to CommunicAsia for the first time. What attracted you about the show?
Sure. Well, firstly, thank you for having us. We're definitely glad to be here. It is no doubt one of the premier events of its kind in the region, and we thought having a presence here would be the right thing to do to establish Akamai's presence in some of the newer things that we're getting into, businesses we're getting into. Get the opportunity to meet with some of the influencers, movers, shakers, decision makers, and I think that's a big attraction to be here. And the Marina Bay Sands isn't necessarily a bad location, right? The haze notwithstanding, I think all that together makes it a good place to be and come for a few days of fun and business.
Talking of business, what are the sort of trends that you see, particularly at the moment, in the operator environment?
Right. Well, as you might know, and your viewers might, Akamai has had long-standing relationships with operators for many, many years now. In fact, our network sits on top of so the public internet as well. So relationships with operators are extremely key to Akamai. However, as we've come to observe the last several years, the expectations of those relationships have evolved as trends within the industries newer trends are coming about, and there are shifts within the business, right? Some of the things we're seeing are sort of fall into two buckets, right? First, and the one that personally excites me a lot, is sort of the proliferation of fiber to home or FTTH type services. And as a consumer, I get very, very excited at the idea of getting 500 megs into home, right? Imagine all the possibilities. And I think that's a great trend, and definitely one that we're seeing operators in the Asia Pacific region sort of leapfrogging onto and making significant investments. Now, that also presents challenges and opportunities, and that's one area that we're definitely very excited about. The second area that a trend that we're seeing is on the enterprise side of an operator's business. Obviously, there's been mass adoption of IP connectivity. Enterprises are large customers of operators. But there is now a genuine interest in wanting to expand those relationships beyond sort of the connectivity sale that's gone on to saying, how can we provide value-added services into the install base that the operators have? And again, Akamai becomes very, very relevant there, right? And so those are the two trends, from an Akamai perspective, that excite us an awful lot, with regard to what's going on in the operator landscape.
Yes, tell us a bit about the company. We've not had a chance to interview you before, so give us a bit of background to where you come from and the main areas that you're involved in.
Sure. I like to claim that we're sort of the best kept secret about the internet. You probably use, you touch Akamai almost literally every day, and you don't even know about it. Although some of my geeky friends will come and tell me, they see the Akamai URL at the bottom of their browsers. Well, we help deliver content, applications, what have you, and media assets for some of the largest content providers in the world to consumers like you and I over the public internet, right? Which means, if I were to sort of talk in more, business terms, we're sort of, a provider of cloud infrastructure services to content providers. So when the content provider wants to deliver broadcast quality video experiences, live or on demand, to their consumers, they would work with us, right? And we provide a whole suite of capabilities that allows them to do that and provide experiences that are frankly even better than what you can get on television today with regards to interactivity and what have you. Second, when you're looking to deliver interactive, dynamic applications, whether they be social media, e-commerce, banking, financial services, insurance, healthcare, they would work with us to ensure that they can provide a near instant experience to you and I when we try to access their web presence or web applications on any device, anywhere, if you will. And a third and an increasingly prominent area of our business is around security. Now, that's a layer that sort of runs across these two capabilities, but I'm sure you're familiar with some of the recent growth or surge in security-related threats, DDoS attacks, intrusions into web assets, all the rest of it. Some are more popular or more infamous, and others not so much. But that's an area where we provide capabilities to our customers to help them withstand the risk of intrusions or DOS attacks, if you will. And then across all of this runs the ability for our customers to deliver content to their users on any device, any network, anywhere, right? And that's increasingly important for you and I as consumers, but now for our customers to ensure that they can meet that expectation that we have. So that's sort of what we do. You asked me about our origins. We've been around for about 14 years. Came out of MIT. Our two founders, Tom and Danny, were at MIT. Tom was a professor. Danny was a student at the time. They formed the company. Really put what I would call sort of the best and the brightest team that I've worked with, and I've been with Akamai for about 10 years, and attracted some of the best talent out there, right? And we went public soon after. We're a classic bubble story, but in the last 10 to 12 years, we've really hunkered down and built what I like to think is a very, very unique business. And like I said, we're still very much behind the scenes, but very, very critical to the internet and to consumers and content providers.
Okay, well, thanks for talking to us today.
Thank you very much.